Go on, Gary! Go on, Gary! And it's a cross-dressing catch. Go on, Gary, give it some steak! Go! Go!
And we're just lining up, wait, Nunburnholme. Easy, oh! Applause for the Nunburnholme team.
The year is 1965, and this came about through a tragedy at Pocklington, where two schools were drowned in a static tank on the airfield at Pocklington. And as we carried out at Weighton School, out of 300 girls, we found only 12 children actually swim. £300 still required. This was the site between the two corridors that was chosen. And this is Tony Irwin inspecting the scene. We started in September. It was a very cloudy job, as you can see. The main problem was that the main water supply to the school had to be diverted because the depth of the pool wouldn't allow for this. This is a lad called Malcolm Strawberry, a fourth-year boy, took a keen interest in the building of all this, worked like a man. You can see how cloudy it all was. One to dig it out, one to lift it up, and one to scrape it off. And every child in the school was involved in the building. And some would prefer this probably to lessons. On the left you can see where the new line for the pipe. Hayton the Fogger's Hat West. He's a groundsman, a well-known Market Weighton character. And Mr. is there. The equipment arrived one morning. Herbert Baldry of Sancton loaned his wagons and his men to bring this from Northampton, and plenty of volunteers turned up. It's interesting to see the short trousers and the way things have changed over the years. Children. Some of the foundation was provided for us in various stones and bricks, and some of them were just a little proud of the levels and had to be broken up. And I know there's one particular stone that gave us a great problem. I think most people had a go at breaking this up, but it eventually took the maths department with Mr. Wilson, seen here, approaching, to actually do the job for us. That was the brute. Well, however he strikes it, he still couldn't kill it. We've got Malcolm. And Mr. Simpson, who worked for Sandbowling. Even Mr. Thwaites had a go at it. That was no good from the art department. No. Maths department, hold my jacket. No, even that didn't do it. And again, some could stand and watch. There you are, first to go. I don't know what the sounds would be like, actually, if it was possible to put that sound on. No, he didn't break his hand through attempting that stone. How angelic can you be? Of course, full with pudding. Show off. Get off, we told you, no riding. Thank you. That's young Weighton. There we are. That's a proud photograph. I know Robert Hardcastle appointed himself as foreman. Look at the thirds of the pint of milk. That's what gave them the strength. Fill it, force the wall back, and so on. This was rather a slow job. This was the surrounding rails for the pool. The depth was worked out, and with a little bit of magic, you see what can be done. Ah, affectionate hug. It was in great spirit, the whole building of this. There was a great urgency and yet a marvellous spirit arose out of working together. The pool had then been concreted out and lined, but the problem was painting, and this is over the Easter holidays of 1966, about April. And the only way we could carry on with the work, it was a terribly wet time, was to get a large sheet of plastic, polythene, the largest piece we'd ever seen, I think, and construct ribs to go across the pool so we could continue working over the Easter holidays. It was surprising it was quite warm inside there. side. A lot of help was given from Guy Stevenson, as seen here, came to inspect we were doing it all right. Now, immediately after the Easter holidays, we could then take the temporary cover off the pool, and the girls of the domestic science department got together. It seemed to be very hot at that time. Country could actually say that they were actually scrubbing out the base of the swimming pool. Meanwhile, it's still quite warm. Work has still got to go on. Lessons have still got to go on. I was left holding the brush. And I thought really that it wasn't filling up very fast, but there's a little bit of magic here again. There we are. Doesn't it look attractive? The PE teacher. So well, I'll just try it for depth. It was interesting that the depth at 3'6" to 3'3" is the same depth as an Olympic swimming pool that was then being built in Coventry. And at that height, it was quite a safe height for teaching. It turned out to be quite cold because sometimes he does this in reverse. He jumps out as fast as he jumps in. But we still only could find just about a dozen children who could actually put on a display. And this is about that day, probably the 12th of May. The chairs are all set out because we were prepared there for the opening. The opening night, after a lovely day on the 12th, it rained. And the spectators watched from the windows. Auntie Plady, the head girl, opened the pool. The headmaster was the first into the pool. And because of the rain, of course, had to protect his head. And there you are. It was the headmaster. No detail was left out, even the flowers looked a bit droopy. You can see the spectators from the corridors watching. This is very much the same sort of routine as we went through before, except it's a bit speeded up. Still the same lumps of sugar, including a certain PE teacher that I know. I was a little bit annoyed that his purple tracksuit, the chlorine, might have some drastic effects on it. It was a wonderful night. And now, 21 years later, the pool's still being used by primary and junior schools in the district.
That I heard of once in a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow skies are blue. chimney.